So queue up on the Lions head side of the car park because I want to be first. What? Oh, very cafe.
See how this one goes.
The Crazy Store Table Mountain Challenge is not just another trail run. Since its inception 3 years ago, this off-road event has grown to become one of South Africa's premier trail runs. A record entry of 800 runners took on the challenge of the 35-kilometre route, which rates right up there with the most beautiful runs on the planet.
2, 1, get out of here!
The run circumnavigates Cape Town's famous natural landmark, and in perfect conditions the field was away from Kloofneck. Some were going all out to win one of the many different race categories, but for the vast majority they were out there to test themselves against the elements. Leg 1 of the Crazy Store Table Mountain Challenge drops the athletes down Deer Park. From the first checkpoint, situated in the pine forest nesting above the City Bowl, they followed tracks above Duval Drive in the direction of Rhodes Memorial. Leading the field during the early stages of the event, Warren Pedersen and William Robinson, both well-known names in the endurance running community. The rest of the field not far behind, as scenic vistas of Cape Town unfold below the runners slogging it out along Table Mountain's eastern slopes. A beautiful sight, no doubt, but why the need for the Crazy Store Table Mountain Challenge?
The purpose of the race is to attract the extreme trail runners as well as entry-level folk. So you can run a relay leg of just 8Ks or 10, as well as doing the whole thing of 35Ks. The views on this route are absolutely spectacular, from waterfalls to ocean views in the background. It's just absolutely a potjie of scenic splendor.
You know, looking good, the run is looking strong, moving those blue suede shoes, doing the jailhouse rock, all the good things, man.
The first runners were looking strong as they ground into the ascent towards the blockhouse, with James Wynne, Patrick Kreybachen and Andre Guy pushing the pace in the Rambo males category. Jeannie Bomford was leading the female fight back. After 8.6 Ks, the first transition sees the runners having their passports clipped, while team members had to hand over to fresh partners to take on leg 2.
I like to think of the Table Mountain National Park as a park for all, forever, so that it's not just there for conservation for the plants and the animals, that is important, but we need people to own the mountain, and an activity like the Table Mountain Challenge goes a long way towards attracting people to use the mountain for recreation as well.
Leg 2 makes for 10 kilometres of scenic running above Rhodes Memorial and the Kirstenbosch Gardens. Much of the route is shielded from direct sun by stands of indigenous trees, and runners will again pass through a checkpoint en route to the second transition at the top of Constantia Neck. In the men's team category, the tall guys, Team 304, made their intentions clear as they powered into Leg 2 along the contour path above Kirstenbosch. William Robinson, Andrew Payne, Bruce Arnett, Ryan Sanders and Andre Guy slogging it out in the Rambo male category. All of them very much in the mix for a potential podium finish. JP van Belle, aka the Wild Man from Belgium, and a familiar face in Cape Town running circles. Leading female Jeannie Bomford is breathing down the leaders' necks. At the second transition at Constantia Neck, the runners had to undergo kit checks to make sure they had adequate rain gear to withstand the conditions on the top of the mountain. William Robinson, now in 5th place, approximately 4 minutes behind the leader Warren Pedersen. He came through without any problems. But some other runners proved to be less fortunate, having to contend with a race organiser, the crazy Trevor Bourne. Top contender Bruce Arnett experienced an instant panic. He couldn't produce a rain jacket. He faced possible disqualification before a spectator gave him a wind shell. And Arnett was off. Jeannie Bomford steamed into the transition looking fresh. Tatum Prince was 5 minutes behind her in 2nd place in the Rambo female category.
The other way. The cell phone. Mom, where's the cell phone? It's in there. The cell phone. Where's your phone? It's in here. It's in there. Thank you. Cell phone, food, off you go. Go.
Cell phone part of the required equipment. Tatum heading off after Jeannie Bomford as runners poured through the transition area. Final leg loomed ahead. Leg 3 is without doubt the blue chip stage of this remarkable event. 17 kilometers of immaculate running kicking off via the pristine Orange Grove section of the Table Mountain National Park. From here the runners battle with gravity up Llandudno corner before ascending into the back table. The route undulates along the peaks of the 12 Apostles before dropping down the sheer descent of Kasteelpoort. Once at the bottom, the home stretch is along the pipe track into the finish at Kloofnek. Warren Peterson led the field by a comfortable margin at the top of Llandudno corner, and he made most of the cooling rain misting off the blustery Atlantic Ocean far below. This is a killer climb, the first of many to come as well, and the strain of the race starting to show in the body language of some of the competitors.
Jeepers, I got such a fright. Hello.
Team Tall Guys are still in the lead in their team category. Ryan Sandys and Chimbuvunya Muhuzi following in their wake up the steep ascent.
South Africa.
Tatum Prince also going well. The ever-present crazy girl cheerleader stationed at the bottom of the Llandudno ravine.
Thank you very much.
A short rest as passports were clipped, and then the terrain morphed from a trail to hand-over-hand scrambling along a rugged ravine dotted with mossy seeps and cascading streams. If you slip and tumble, you could damage yourself badly.
Lovely. Excellent.
Andre Philander making use of the waterfall.
I went too hard in the first 2 legs, and now I don't have any legs left. Yeah, that was good though. I'll take a few minutes to recover and then I'll be on my way again. So hopefully it'll get better.
Patrick Krayvachen suffering. Things were pretty bad for some. They reported sightings of Elvis again.
Come on.
Some of the more technical segments of the ascent were rigged with metal ladder sections, making it both safer and easier for the competitors to haul their tired bodies onto the back table. Any running done now is purely for the benefit of the camera. As soon as the athletes disappear out of view, they revert to grim, determined tramp into the face of relentless gravity. Once they topped out above Llandudno ravine, everyone expected the terrain to flatten out, and it did for a while along the high fynbos plains. But the climbs soon kicked back in, and it's only when the runners reach Kasteelpoort that they can really claim that it's downhill all the way home. Warren Peterson is really turning up the gas along this treacherous downhill run and seemed assured of taking top spot in the Crazy Store Table Mountain Challenge. They were chasing him though. The Montreal team were going hard. Bruce Arnett absolutely flying down the trail as well. Andre Guy followed with his iPod plugged in as usual. While Jeannie Bomford was up to within a sniff of a top 5 position. She's a phenomenal athlete. She's currently rated as the leading female adventure racer in South Africa. With only the flat pipe section remaining between them and the finish line, the end beckoned for the leaders. Despite the hard running, nobody could catch Warren Peterson. He stormed in under the Crazy Store arch in a new record time of 3 hours, 52 minutes and 28 seconds. He's been a dominant force in the Cape endurance running scene, and this is undoubtedly another well-deserved victory for him. Team Tall Guys managed to pip him to the finish while Montreal crossed the line seconds behind him. Bruce Arnett borrowed windshell around his waist, took second place, with Andre Guy in third, all of them squeezing in under the magical 4-hour barrier.
How was that for you? Oh, beautiful, huh? Thanks, bro. What was the best part of the mountain?
All of it.
Jeannie Bomford shattered the ladies' record for the run in a phenomenal time of 4 hours, 6 minutes and 41 seconds.
I can't say luck and I'll have to talk a bit later, but it's pretty awesome, pretty challenging, and nice to be out there with the guys. It'd be nice to see a few more girls out there, but maybe next time.